Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a quick look here at SUI. I got a lot of requests for this one because the majority of our community members had taken a trade here recently with it. And we're going to see if it's worthwhile. It's kind of throwing a lot of different, some pretty nasty candle wicks here. There's no other way around it. It looks pretty gross, the charts. I mean, just from a bird's eye view, I'd probably avoid this me personally, but again, there's a lot of different strategies, of course, when you look at this. So if you are new to the channel, just welcome aboard, of course. Not a financial advisor, I've been trading for over 20 years. I just love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to learn a lot more, CryptoCash.tech is a site. Got a trading academy, community, and signals group. And congrats to our community members. We got some awesome community members. Everyone just trading very, very well right now. We got Injective, 5 days, 76%, 4 days for AVAX, 82%. So these are just 5x leverage trades, folks. Very safe. FET.ai and Ocean, 34% in 22 hours. So really good stuff there. Congrats to everybody on the most recent profit. Let's see if SUI is worth taking a trade. So let's jump into the back-end data of liquidation. It's the last 7 days. We can see a heavier concentration near the bottom, right around 1.2 is a close approximate. Upwards of the higher side, more shorts at 1.7, upwards of about 1.9. So 1.7 to 1.9 is the upper range, 1.7 to 1.9. So somewhere up here is the upper range of liquidation, and lower range is concentrated a little heavier around 1.2. So as you can see, with more liquidation above the price action, the probability of the price going up is higher, just based on the way that manipulation works and those aggressive candle wicks we could see for a liquidity sweep. So just some friendly advice: if you're shorting this coin, be careful that you have that going against you. Not to say it's not going to work, just saying in general, you want to be careful shorting any coin at this exact moment, just based on the way the market's moving. Market's making some pretty serious moves to the upside, so just got to be careful. We are, however, under the 20 and the 50-day SMA on the daily. I would say a closure above that would be solid, very helpful. So 160 or higher is what we're looking for as a closure today, if possible. Again, it's not always what you get. You don't always get what you want, but in this case, we want to see that, right? So taking a look here at stochastic, still swinging up. We're testing 50 on the RSI a few times. This is actually a good thing. Typically, the more often you retest that resistance level, the more likely it is to break. So we can kind of summarize that there's a pretty solid resistance level here. Pretty easy to see too. If you look at the, just kind of draw a line out, 158.7, 159, probably is a round number. We do have a MACD convergence here as well, forming on the daily. This hasn't happened yet, but it looks like it wants to. Only thing I'm concerned with is the money flow index being fairly low, but it's pretty par for the course when the price action retests a consistent resistance level. It just implies we don't have enough volume to push through that level. But as you can see here today, this isn't monumental per se, but we have a lot more volume here today, and the candlestick hasn't even closed yet. So that's a positive sign too. We are back up over that moving average. So I'd say the daily is slightly more positive than negative. Take a look at the 4-hour time frame here. We kind of just can summarize it. We're kind of stuck in this stupid little, above and below 50 on the RSI. I don't like trading coins like that. We have a stochastic swing to the upside, of course, letting us know this the next push here could be more substantial. That is effectively the second stochastic swing. We like to see that. Second carries more weight than the first. And then, of course, we see money flow index. It is fairly high, so that's good. It does mean that imply we could see sustainability of this price action. We got a MACD convergence here, roughly last 8 hours ago, or within the last 8 hours rather. So that is all positive contributing factors. I wouldn't say there's anything super negative here. We're above all moving averages on the 4-hour too, minus the 200. So a really perfect case scenario for this coin would be a closure at 166 or higher, or initially a kind of a consolation, if you will, or a step in the right direction, 160 or higher. See where the cloud takes us here. Quickly to note, we're above the cloud. We have been for about 3 hours. That's typically a positive sign. Lagging span's free and clear, but this is not a clean situation by any stretch. And conversion line's trying to break above the baseline. So I'm not super thrilled about this, but being above the cloud, once again, that cloud is averaging itself out at that 159, 158 range. So I'm really looking for a closure at I'm going to say 160 is a round number to be able to give us some good positive continuation potential. Preferably a closure at 166 or higher would be optimal to see the price continue to move up and leg up, right? Because again, we need to break through some of these more recent highs. We've done so initially, but we're still getting a strong rejection. I'm just not sold on its potential for continuation until we get some confirmation. Again, a lot of my traders in my community, they're more day traders. And, I used to day trade for a long time, and I care less about the lower, smaller time frames personally. They're beneficial, don't get me wrong, but at this point, if you see some bullish convergences on smaller time frames, that's all well and good, but just know you want to move your stop loss higher and consider taking profit when you can. Bitcoin's kind of a shaky mess right now, and truth is, it does still feel like Bitcoin could still pull back. And if so, coins like this are going to do this again, just a little bit more aggressively. Okay, and again, we did look at the liquidation levels here. 1.25 as low as 1.15 is that heavy. Those are two heavy concentrations of liquidation. So if you are taking a trade, consider consider those two areas to be very, very sought after. Okay. Again, I'm not saying the price is going to fall. I'm just saying in general, we don't have full-on confirmation yet, even though we have some decent confirming factors in the big picture. I would wait for a solid closure above 160 at the very least today, preferably 166 for a little bit more of a breakout, quote unquote, to be able to get us to that next level. Because again, closing at 166 or higher would put us in a much better situation with moving averages. It would do a lot more for us, but I do not like trading into moving averages like this. So I would wait for today's candlestick to close before you decide to take a trade. All right, folks, that's what I got here. Make sure you obviously check out Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange. They're adding SUI to the exchange here soon. Link down below for really awesome rewards if you go ahead and use this link. More importantly, too, there's no KYC or VPN required for these guys, and they are fantastic. They do work. They do very good work. So really appreciate them. Thank you, Bitunix, for providing an awesome opportunity to my community, and I thank you as well for watching, hitting the like button, and commenting below. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.